Hey, did the copper reverse age? No, I'm just kidding, I waxed it. Anyway, welcome back to episode number 3 of Underwater Chunk Survival, and today we're going to be continuing work down here. Oh, wait, it's complete. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I completed this entire thing between episodes. Here's what happened. I decided to add some depth to the walls by adding walls and slabs. Tried to mix and match blocks, and I tried this indent roof design where the inside layer would be one block higher or half a block higher, and I ran out of deep slate pretty quickly because it was quite a deep slate heavy task. I even added these chisel bricks to make it some of the color pop because it was a much darker color than the rest of the deep slate. This was almost all of the slabs I had left, so I went mining, and you wouldn't guess it, I found diamonds again. This time I had a bit of a strategy. I tried to mine deep slate at the level of diamonds, so I knew this was coming. But you can see here, I was shocked and just wanted to check if I was recording or not, because this is the second diamonds I found in this chunk, and it's quite rare. Anyway, I went back to the surface after I mined a bit more deep slate, and I started work on the portal room. So where the actual portal would go, I planned all of that out, and for the wall I tried to go for a simple deep slate canvas so that I could add the details later, because for the other walls it was quite a struggle to build the walls and also detail them. So I just decided to make the raw form of the wall first, and I decided to add the details later on by adding stairs, walls, mix and matching them, trying to get a feel for the portal and how it would look if it was an explosion of some sort. Even tried to mix and match the other side. I liked using these walls because they were like vertical slabs in a sense. They were 1/4 of a block pushed back, so they gave a nice depth to the wall. I even added these little corners so that it would look like it was unfinished but also finished. And I also added this water in case I ever came out of the nether on fire. I added the crafting bench under the water so that it was hidden and also accessible at all times. And then I decided to fiddle around with some of the lighting, so I hid the torches away because they looked nicer and made the room look more complete. I even hid this one in the wall because now it was not looking very clean, so I just decided to hide all the torches behind walls and behind trapdoors. But I only used about 3 torches, and then I also hid this chest as a storage area, but I'm gonna forget about that anyway. And that's about it. I really liked how this turned out, and let's go work out something else. Yeah, it wasn't much, but I did find diamonds, and I think some of you might have noticed that yeah, I have 10 obsidian to complete this portal. And I've made the door 3 wide. Well, 4 wide actually. I don't know why. Well, yes, it's 4 wide. So what I plan to do is to shift this entire wall to this side so that this is symmetrical, and this is a 3 block wide hallway as the door intends it to be. And this extra layer can go. That's why I kept it quite minimal. Didn't add any indents or anything. Yeah, I'm just gonna shift this entire wall forward, and we're gonna have a 3 block large portal. But how are we gonna do that with only 10 obsidian? Well, to expand this portal by 1, we just need 1 obsidian at the bottom and 1 obsidian at the top. So yeah, we're just gonna mine that from the corners of the nether portal that forms on the other side. Oh no. Also, I want to mine out this entire area so that the sand is gone and it looks a bit neater. So that we can, make some progress, because I'm pretty sure I want my base to be down here. Yes, I'm gonna have to drain all this water by hand, but I mean, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have a great time, and I'm gonna get rid of this horrendous anti-sprint platform that I have. And it doesn't even stop me from sprinting. It just wants me to sprint even more. Anyway, we came here to get this, and also, I think, yeah, I need that lava bucket. There we go. Nether portal complete. You know what? No, it looks ugly because this entire wall isn't supposed to exist. Its existence is literally not supposed to be here. So when I move this wall in, I'm gonna move this part of the portal back a bit. So this obsidian is gonna go into the wall, and I'm gonna keep that obsidian there. I'm just gonna pull this entire wall forward. You'll see what I mean once I go to the nether and I complete it. That should work. Yeah, I'm gonna just start moving this wall one inwards here. Yeah, now it looks unfinished and broken. Still have to do something about it. No, I think it just looks awkward. There we go. Oh, hmm. I should grab some water. Okay, so I think what we need to do here is, yeah, I need to grab my shovels. I need to put all this away. I think I should grab 2 shovels. Should be enough. Yeah, this is just a long process, and I'll see you guys when it's all done. Yeah, okay. And the floor is done, as you can see. No, I'm just kidding. This is the bottom layer, or the other water cave that I like to call it. I have completed all of the work, and I lost a lot of things. I lost 14 torches, a stone shovel, and a bunch of sand because I died, and for some reason some of my stuff just vanished, like it poofed somewhere, and I can't find it anywhere. You'll see there's no more kelp, no more seagrass. This entire land is flattened out. This is outside the border. Oh yeah, I have this stuff left. So this entire tube's gonna. I think I'm gonna keep that tube like that. I can't mine anything outside the border. So yeah, that's that. I think I'm gonna keep this nice and simple. I can't break any of the kelp, and I think next episode we need to try something. Or I think this episode. Yeah, I think this episode I'm going to make a design of what I want using the limited material that I have. So let's go. Isn't that magnificent? Well, this is the design I had in mind. I don't have a word edit, so this took me a long time. This tube will stretch across the entire chunk, and it's just going to be plonked in the middle. I'm not sure on what the design should look like. I know it's supposed to be a lab of some sort. What kind of lab or how it should look, I don't care what it look like from the outside. It just needs to be good looking from the inside. And I have really, really limited resources in this chunk. So, I mean, this looks cool. This looks like it's pleasant to walk through. We can have a door somewhere around here. Why is it raining? Why is it a wandering critter? Why are you here? Why are you here? I'm sorry if my game keeps on pausing. I don't know what that glitch is, but yeah, okay, back to the task at hand. I think some sort of doorway here, and we also have glass now. And iron bars. I think iron bars would look cool in this design. Something like that. That doesn't look very, you know, welcoming. Glass is the way to go with this. Water will flow inside, so we just wanna do that. How am I gonna stop the water from coming inside? I think, I mean, this is the only way, right? Yeah. I mean, that looks really cool. That's really nice. And on the borders, we can have this, going all the way around. Yeah. Now I'm kind of liking it. Nice exit. Also, this needs to be in the center. I don't know why I rushed to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we have this 1, 2, 3. This is 6. Oh, right. It's a 16 wide door, so I can't really have a one block door in an odd numbered room. So I guess we're going with this design. I mean, that doesn't look half bad either. If anything, this improves it. Not gonna work. Also for the flooring, I think a strip of this. But still, I don't think this looks extremely lab-like. I really like the tridents. This knight's pathway is quite pleasing. Again, chests and barrels. Chests, barrels, crafting tables, furnaces. Don't worry, this is not the final design. I'm not even close to what I want it to look like. This is just extremely raw and unfinished. So I'm thinking we leave. Yeah, so obviously I'm a huge mess of a person. Like I like to leave not openable. I think this looks nice enough. The barrels need to be facing away. Mhm. Yeah, because I like to have my stuff unneatly organized. Like I know where everything's gonna go. I just don't want, yeah, something like that. And then again, it looks less like a library and more of a, a, a fisherman's boat, if you know what I mean. It's just a bit messy, so I think we need everything to be nice and tidy and symmetrical. And yeah, I guess we're gonna have to do that, aren't we? Fine, fine. Guess we'll have them here. Yeah, I'm just gonna remove this. I don't really like having 3 blocks of space to walk through. And this is gonna, and this half a stack of, or technically a stack of tough blocks gone. I'm sorry if I'm starting. It's quite early in the morning for me. Try to get this video done for and like, add a bit more depth. Yeah, I think the water might stop here. I just don't want to come inside, so I think I'm gonna have to drain another second. Yeah, okay, that's gonna be a problem for my future self when I'm actually building this thing in the chunk world. I think I'm just going to cut myself the slack now and make this design shorter because the way water works in Minecraft that you is that it flows one block away. So if, for example, if I had water over here, if it was flowing down, I think it would, and these were all source blocks, this would go inside. And since I was building it chunk wide, that means that there was no way for me to stop the water from flowing in unless I want to shrink this design, which I'm doing. Actually, a table doesn't make sense here. It's close to the exit. Also, I don't have this. Let's bring the circle together. No, I think I've ruined the aesthetic of the circle. It looks like a square frame from here. Oh well. Also, for this series, I only plan to kill the Ender Dragon, and that's the series over. I have no idea why I'm doing so much preparation. I guess I just enjoy the process. This is not my usual style of building. I really like to wing it, but like I said, I don't have the resources to do that. Now this looks like a temple. I have no idea. You know what? This is gonna take way too long. I might just. It could be a temple. I mean, what's stopping me from making it into a temple? I was gonna scrap this video idea, and start over again. But I think I don't. I want to. I don't want to give up just yet. I don't think I can give up now. Okay, so let's embrace the vibe here. This is an old tunnel. Yeah, and okay. Now take it slowly. Yeah, I think I want this to be an underwater type of cave cavern type thing that I don't have a lot of resources, but I think levers will look cool. I don't know why, but I just think does that look? No, that doesn't. I want light source blocks, but all I have is stupid torches. I could have a control panel here. Hmm. Then again, that doesn't lead to anything. This is an old tunnel. Yeah, an old refugee tunnel. Okay, now I have the theme for my build. This is it. This is the final thing. This is an old refugee tunnel. I'm gonna need a lot of trapdoors for this. I'm wasting too many trapdoors. Yeah, that looks nice. I'm gonna have another one sort of in this time. Yeah, like crates and stuff. Can I? How? No, I don't want to waste my stuff on tripwire hooks. And I think that's it. This looks pretty incomplete. Also did some work on the lighting. So the lighting here is, so I hid the torches in here, which will give a nice effect. I also added some beams and gave the floor some depth. It might look quite noisy, but that's how it is. This is an old ton repurposed for, you know, fishermen and as a refugee camp, as you would like. This was an old mining pipe or sewage pipe or anything underwater. Yeah, it's an old drainage World War I type pipe underwater, and the pipe is just repurposed as a refugee area or as an underwater operations area. So we have fishermen corner, and then we have some food here, and we can also exit here. I only need one, the drop chute, and I think that will be here. Yeah, that's it. The drop chute is going over here. That's gonna be the drop chute, and the entrance is this one. So I'm just gonna ditch this one. This can stay like this. Yeah, I really like the design here. I used one crafting bench. I could have one more, but that'll just look weird. And I hid the torches underneath. The barrels are. I am gonna need a lot of trapdoors for this. It's gonna be a very wood heavy project, and I've calculated I need almost 6 to 7 stacks of stuff. And if that doesn't work out, I don't know what to do. Well, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I think next episode we're going to start work on the material gathering front and also building this thing. I'm really liking how this turned out. It might be just a simple tube, but it's part of the design, and I only have one chunk to work with. I think this is really, really nice. A nice entranceway. It's not that cramped, and I don't have a bed, so I don't need a bedroom. Otherwise, the bed would go here. If in theory I did have a bed and I had a green colored bed, I would just have that here. But unfortunately, I don't. I do have green dye. I just realized that. Wait, no, I don't have cactus. Never mind. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.